Has Fender finally gone too far, or have they stumbled upon the coolest Acoustasonic yet? Let's find out together. Stick around. How's it going, y'all? My name is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. Find us online at alamomusic.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers, and we're getting there at a pretty solid rate. So thank you guys for your help. And today, got something weird. Got something brand new from Fender. Very hesitant but excited to check it out. So we're gonna kind of figure this thing out together. It's the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster. We have done videos on the Acoustasonic Strat and the Acoustasonic Tele. I'll link one of those above, and also just kind of throughout the video, put some cards up there because we have a lot of good information comparing all the different body styles. So I'm sure we're going to compare this to the other two at some point. But this is kind of my introduction to this guitar at the same time as it is y'all's. And if you've seen any of the videos that I've done on this channel before, you know that I'm a fan of Jazzmasters. I was not worried, but a little, anxiously anticipating to see if they were going to do a Jazzmaster of the Acoustasonics, and it is here. I didn't expect it to be in as many weird, funky colors, but it is here. So I have the Ocean Turquoise. They also make an Arctic White. They make a Sunburst, and I believe they do a natural finish and one that's close to black. It's called Tungsten, so it's kind of a tungsten gray, dark black color. All of them look pretty solid. This, to me, is probably the most polarizing color, but why not, check it out, dive deep in with this thing. And the formula comes down to something very similar as the rest of the Acoustasonic series. It's got this hollow mahogany body, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard, and their whole, Fishman-designed acoustic engine that turns this kind of into a modeling guitar, and also just somewhat of a chameleon that can have a lot of really beneficial uses to a lot of different types of players. For the person that is the tried and true OG that has their one Stratocaster, their one Tele, their one Jazzmaster, this guitar probably isn't for you. But a lot of different players, maybe somebody that plays in a variety cover band, a lot of church musicians could probably get great use out of one of these, and somebody that maybe needs kind of a jack of all trades for the studio, just wants to pick up different voicings of different instruments. This can be really helpful, and I think the offset body kind of looks pretty great on this formula. And it's kind of made me think that maybe with such a unorthodox guitar, it would have been cool for them to start off with maybe the less famous, not the Tele, not the Strat, but the Jazzmaster. A lot of different types of players play a Jazzmaster, not to say the others aren't versatile guitars, but you can see this across a ton of genres. And so it kind of fits a little bit, to me, the Acoustasonic and the Jazzmaster. I'm going to play all through the voices of this thing. If you want to skip ahead to just the demos, I'll put a timestamp below to where you can just hear how it sounds, but I think it would be beneficial. The guitar does come with a little, manual. So I think it'd be interesting to read through what these different voicings do, what they're modeling, and then you guys can really compare in the demos how close it sounds. So as the previous Acoustasonics have, this has a 5-way switch, it has a volume knob, and then it has a mod knob. So each one of these 5 positions gives you an A and a B voice, and the mod knob gives you kind of a spectrum to where you can blend from your A voice to your B voice, or just go hard line on either one of those. So starting in the 5 position, which say on a Jazzmaster, anything else is going to be your neck position, it models a rosewood dreadnought. Now you can kind of take your pick. They don't give you any specific models on any of these as to what they're trying to go after, but let's say that'll be your D28. It's going to be your very big singer-songwriter, perfect EQ for a vocal, rosewood dreadnought. It's going to be loud, huge acoustic sound. And then when you flip to on your mod knob to the B voice, it is a mahogany slope shoulder. And they kind of make this picture look like a J45 anyway. So you kind of got your two powerhouse famous old school acoustics. You got your Martin, rosewood square shoulder dreadnought, and then your slope shouldered mahogany dreadnought. And then when you flip down to the fourth position, that is your mahogany jumbo. It looks like an SJ200 in this picture. We know that's not mahogany typically, but it's going to be your jumbo sound. And then on your mod knob to the B position, it is an all mahogany small body guitar. So we talked a little bit about this before, how they model different body sizes. There are smarter people than I that can tell you the science behind it, but different size guitars have different scale lengths. They often have different nut widths. So that's all going to affect the tonality of the guitar, not just the tone woods. So it's pretty cool that, when modeling these guitars, they didn't just say, here's a mahogany, here's a rosewood, maple. They're taking into account different sizes of guitars and the different kind of tonality that you get from those. And in this manual, if you want to check it out, it kind of gives you somewhat of a cheat code. So with your jumbo, you're going to get a large full body sound that's loud and airy. Your all mahogany small body, it's mid-range forward with a tight low end. So you can kind of use that type of thing if you're not super familiar with different body styles of guitars and different famous guitars that these are modeling. Just scroll through kind of a menu of sorts. But moving on to the third position is your rosewood auditorium shaped guitar. So when I think auditorium, I think grand auditorium, I think Taylor, rosewood, grand auditorium. That's going to be your flagship from a very specific sound of acoustic guitar. But the interesting thing about the third position is when you roll into your B position, it adds the body pickup, the body sensor. So you can get a lot of really nice percussive sounds. It picks up more just the sounds that you make, and it kind of tells you in here that this is great for if you're going to be using this guitar in loops. It's great for your percussive sounds. It's going to pick up more than what the internal system picks up on the previous positions with that body sensor. And then when you move it down into the second position, the second and the first really kick on your electric sounds. So if you didn't already know, these guitars are hybrid guitars. They'll give you acoustic sounds, they'll give you electric sounds, and they do all of them pretty well. We really like what we've seen from the previous models. But the cool thing, the Stratocaster added a little more electric voicing than the Telecaster did, and I think the Jazzmaster is extending that even more. So in your second position, 2A, it's your lo-fi piezo pickup. So it is less of the electric, Fender clean tone than it will be when you roll it to the B position, which is the, kind of a boosted piezo lo-fi tone. There's a little more crunch probably if you really crank that to B position, but this is going to be very different than your acoustic voicings from before. And then finally, you get to your 1 position of the pickup. It's the Fender Electric Fat Semi-Clean. So this is probably going to be closer to just what you expect from a Jazzmaster. I think it's cool that on this, the visible pickup on this guitar, it's thicker, it's more, the shallow, wide pickup that you have seen with Jazzmaster pickups. But this is not a Jazzmaster emulating pickup. This is actually a Tim Shaw humbucker. So you get a very fat sound in that 1A position, and then rolling into the 1B, it's going to be your really pushed, overdriven electric that they have included on previous models, but this will be kind of as dirty as it gets, as hot as it gets. Not trying to make innuendos there, just telling you how it's going to sound. So let's see now in the demos if kind of everything that we've read in this manual holds true. I'm going to try to, keep it light and open to where we can really just hear the true sound of what these choices and this mod knob and this entire acoustic kind of resonance system is meant to do, and hopefully we'll get some cool sounds out of it. So check it out. So there you have it, you guys, the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster, new from Fender. Hopefully I did an all right job at kind of articulating what each of the positions on the 5-way selector and the A and B mod knob are supposed to do. I think that they've done a pretty incredible job at modeling very different guitar sounds. And within a set, you know, say you're a gigging musician, say that you brought, you know, 5 different guitars with you to shows before or to recording sessions or to a service. And this can really do well, kind of all of those different things. I appreciate that Fender has switched up every single time and done different voicings, different, you know, electric options as well as the acoustic options. I think the humbucking pickup on here kind of sells it for me as something that I think is a little bit cooler maybe than the single coil kind of emulators from the previous two. And you know, I probably haven't made it such a secret that I'm a little skeptical every time one of these comes out, especially with the Jazzmaster, because I'm a big Jazzmaster fan. I have very specific things about them that I like, but I always find myself kind of pleasantly surprised when we get one of these and I get to try it out. They play really well, I think, within the hybrid guitar category. We've done some stuff with, like, say, the T5 comparisons, and they really hold their own. They're very specific and niche guitars for, not for everybody. But if you're looking for a hybrid guitar that can cover a lot of different basses and looks a little cooler to me than, you know, the Tele or the Strat, I think the Jazzmaster is kind of this retro space age type of body, the offset anyway, that kind of harkens back to that late 60s, you know, futuristic Stanley Kubrick kind of vibe. And so some innovation might, you know, serve a Jazzmaster body even better than the previous 2 models. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you think of the sounds, if you have a favorite or if you prefer the sounds of the previous 2 models, the Strat and the Tele. But yeah, please leave a comment below. Reach out to us if you have questions about this guitar, which a lot of people will. You can find us on alamomusic.com. We have people on there round the clock that you can chat with and ask questions. And we've all, at this point, kind of taken a look at this thing. So we're very happy to talk to you guys about it. And you know, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate y'all's support. And we'll see y'all next time. Once again, you guys, thank you very much for watching. If you want to learn more about the guitar, check out Alamo Music. Oh, Pat.
Hey everybody, I love guitar videos just like you do. But guess what? Alamo Music Center has another YouTube channel. You can check out all the piano and keyboard reviews that we have and see more of me. Cooper, do we have another one of those? He's fine.